Islam by Sahih Bukhari Volume 1, Book 4 Ablutions, The Laws of Cleansing in Islam, 231, narrated Sulaiman bin Yazir. I asked Aysha about the clothes soiled with semen. She replied, I used to wash it off the clothes of Allah's apostle and he would go for the prayer while water spots were still visible. Quotation mark. 232, narrated Amr bin Maymun. I heard Sulaiman bin Yazir talking about the clothes soiled with semen. He said that Aysha had said, I used to wash it off the clothes of Allah's apostle and he would go for the prayers while water spots were still visible on them. 233, narrated Aysha. I used to wash the semen off the clothes of the Prophet and even then I used to notice one or more spots on them. The wives of the Prophet used to go to Al-Manasi, a vast open place near Bakia at Medina, to answer the call of nature at night. Umar used to say to the Prophet, let your wives be veiled, but Allah's apostle did not do so. One night Sauda bint Sama, the wife of the Prophet, went out at Aysha time and she was a tall lady. Umar addressed her and said, I have recognized you, O Sauda. He said so, as he desired eagerly that the verses of Al-Hijab, the observing of veils by the Muslim women, may be revealed. So Allah revealed the verses of Al-Hijab, a complete body cover excluding the eyes. Sahih Bukhari, Volume 7, Book 62, number 173, narrated Jabir bin Abdullah. The Prophet said, if you enter your town at night, after coming from a journey, do not enter upon your family till the woman whose husband was absent from the house shaves her pubic hair and the woman with unkempt hair combs her hair. Allah's apostle further said, O Jabir, seek to have offspring, seek to have offspring. Commentary of Imam al-Nawawi on the Hadith. The saying of the Prophet, peace be upon him, when he sits between her four's parts, mostly its home animal, Shubiha al-Arba, and has intercourse with her then fatigues her. In another narration the word Ashubiha is used. The scholars have disagreed about the intended meaning of Shubiha al-Arba, the fours, for some said that it means the arms and the legs, while others have said that it refers to the legs and thighs, and others said it means the legs and the edge of the pubic area. Al-Qadiyah chose the meaning of the four areas surrounding the vagina. The word, shab, means areas, its singular form being, shuba. As for those who say, ashbeha, that is the plural of the word, shab. The word ajhadaha, fatigue her, means to plow her, which was also stated by Al-Katabi. Others have said it means to make her reach exhaustion, as in the phrase she made him toil and labor till he was exhausted. Al-Qadiyah, may Allah rest his soul, said primarily, the word, jahadaha, means that the man exerted his effort working in a woman, where the word, jud, means energy and refers to motion by describing the type of work. This is similar to his, the Prophet, saying he who plowed her, meaning he who penetrated her by his motion. Otherwise, what other fatigue could a man experience because of her? And Allah knows best. The meaning of the hadith is that the necessity to wash is not limited to when semen is ejaculated. Rather, it is when the penile head, hashfa, lip, the head of the male member, that is head of the penis, penetrates the vagina. Then it is necessary for the man and the woman to wash. There is no disagreement on this today, even though there was disagreement on this by some of the early companions and others later. However, an agreement was later reached, and this is what we have shown and presented previously. Our companions have said that if the penile head has penetrated a woman's anus, or a man's anus, or an animal's vagina or its anus, then it is necessary to wash whether the one being penetrated is alive or dead, young or old, whether it was done intentionally or absent-mindedly, whether it was done willfully or forcefully. This also applies if the woman places the male member inside her while the man is asleep, whether the penis is erect or not, whether the penis is circumcised or uncircumcised. All these situations require that the person committing the act and the one the act is committed on must wash themselves, unless the person committing the act or the person the act is committed on is a young male or female. In that case it cannot be said that the person must wash, for they do not have the responsibility. Rather, it is said that this person is in a state of impurity. If that person can discern the sexual act, then his guardian can command him to wash, just as he commands him to perform the ablution washing for prayers. For if he prays without washing, his prayer has not been performed correctly. Likewise, if he doesn't wash after he reaches puberty, he must be forced to wash. If he washed as a youth and then reaches puberty, then he does not have to repeat the washing. Our companions have said that intercourse occurs when a healthy male's penile head completely penetrates an orifice, as has been unanimously agreed. Thus, when the penile head has completely disappeared inside the orifice, then all the regulations concerning washing apply. It is unanimously agreed that it is not necessary that the entire penile shaft penetrate to apply the regulations of washing. If part of the penile head penetrates, then the regulations of washing are not imposed, as is agreed, except by an odd few of our companions who said that even in this case all the regulations of washing apply. However, this opinion is wrong, rejected and abandoned. If the male member was severed and what remained was less than the length of the penile head, then none of the washing regulations apply. If the part remaining was equal in length to the penile head length, then that part must completely penetrate for the regulation of washing to apply. If the part remaining was greater in length to the penile head length, then there are two famous opinions for our companions. The most correct is that if the portion that penetrates is equal to the length of the penile head, then the regulations for washing apply. The other opinion is that none of the regulations for washing apply until the entire remaining length of the penile shaft completely penetrates, and Allah knows best. If a man wraps a sheath around his male member and then ejaculates inside a woman's vagina, then there are three opinions from our companions. The most famous is that the man must wash. The second is that he does not have to wash because he ejaculated inside the sheath. The third is that if the sheath is thick and prevents climax and wetness in the vagina, then washing is not necessary. Otherwise it is necessary, and Allah knows best. If a woman inserts in her vagina an animal's penis, she must wash. And if she inserts a detached penis, Thakaran Maktuan, lit. A severed male member, there are two opinions. The most correct is that she must wash. Sahih Muslim, Book of Menstruation, Hadith number 525. Commentary: men can enter if they give Muhammad what is between their legs. Edit. Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr, Umar ibn Ali narrated and told me Khalifa Umar ibn al-Ali told us Abu Hazim from Sal bin Sa'd al-Sadi. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, whoever entrusts to me what is between his legs and what is between his lips will be granted paradise. Sahih Bukhari 6309. Men are rewarded with undefiled virgins. Edit. For the companions of the right hand, we have created their companions of special creation, and made them virgin, pure, and undefiled. Quran 56 hours, and 35 minutes. 36 men will have 72 virgins each. Edit. It was mentioned by Daraj ibn Abi Hatim, that Abu al-Haytham Adullah ibn Wab narrated from Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, who heard the Prophet Muhammad pbuh saying, the smallest reward for the people of heaven is an abode where there are 80,000 servants and 72 huri, over which stands a dome decorated with pearls, aquamarine and ruby, as wide as the distance from Al-Jabiya to San A. 1. Al-Tirmidhi, Volume 4, ch 21, number 2687. It was reported in the Hadith of Al-Mikdam ibn Madikar that the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, the martyr, Shahid, has 7 blessings from Allah. He is forgiven from the moment his blood is first shed. He will be shown his place in paradise. He will be spared the trial of the grave, and he will be secure on the day of the greatest terror, the day of judgment. There will be placed on his head a crown of dignity, 1 ruby of which is better than this world and all that is in it. He will be married to 72 of Al-Hur al-Iyn, and he will be permitted to intercede for 70 of his relatives. According to another report, the martyr has 6 blessings from Allah. According to other reports, the number is 6, or 9, or 10, narrated by Al-Tirmidhi, who said it is a Hasan Hadith. Also narrated by Ibn Majah in Al-Sunan, by Ahmad, by Abd al-Razak in Al-Musannaf, by Al-Tabarani in Al-Kabir, and by Sayyid ibn Mansur in Al-Sunan. The 6 blessings of the martyr Sheikh Walid al-Firian, Islam Q&A, Fatwa number 8511. The mention of 70 or more hors for the Shahid is reported by several Sahaba, radhiyallahu anhum. Of them are, 1. Sayyiduna Miqdad ibn Ma'adikarid, radhiyallahu anhu, recorded by Imam Tirmidhi in his Sunan, Hadith 1663. Imam Tirmidhi has classified this hadith as Sahih, authentic too. Sayyiduna Ubadah ibn Thabit, radhiyallahu anhu, recorded by Imam Ahmad in his Musnad, Hadith 17117, Imam Bazar in High Musnad, and Imam Tabrani in his Al-Majmu al-Kabir Majma as-Sa'id Volume 5 pg. 293. Hafiz Mansiri, Ra, has classified the chain of narrators of Musnad Ahmad as Hasan bold text, sound, Al-Targhib Volume 2 pg. 320, and Hafiz al-Haythami, Ra, has mentioned that the narrators of Musnad Ahmad and Tabrani are all reliable, and Allah Ta'ala knows best. Maulana Muhammad ibn Maulana Harun Abasimar, Faculty of Specialty in Hadith, checked and approved. Mufti Ibrahim Desai, the number of hors, 70 or more, in Jannah for a Shahid or a Janafi is fixed by which hadith, and in which book men will be given the sexual strength of 100 persons. Edit. The Holy Prophet said, the believer will be given such and such strength in paradise for sexual intercourse. It was questioned, O Prophet of Allah, can he do that? He said, he will be given the strength of 100 persons. Miskat al-Masabih, Book 4, ch 42, number 24. A man's penis will remain ever erect. Edit. Abu Umama narrated, the Messenger of God said, everyone that God admits into paradise will be married to 72 wives. 2 of them are Huris, and 70 of his inheritance of the female dwellers of hell. All of them will have libidinous sex organs, and he will have an ever erect penis.